Gilbert Arenas wanted to know why all these people are getting arrested, yet it's only black folks that are getting named.
Here's what's cracking.
Oh, no, we got something to discuss. Look, I'm good for all the trolling. That's cool, but Rachel Nichols is foul.
What did Rachel Nichols do, Gil?
She used my video and she actually wrote that I possibly snitched.
Oh, not Rachel.
Listen, I'm going to troll with the best of them. But to ask that question,
no, she didn't do that.
because then it makes me really want to, like, first of all, two of them niggas is gambling on NBA. One is throwing poker games and robbing his friends. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm gonna tell on this nigga. Wow, I'm gonna tell on him. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? My case is all a whole bunch of Igors and Igors, right? And I don't like this. What's going on? I see the word mafia.
Yeah.
But the only faces I see is Negroes.
Yeah. Not Crenshaw Mafia.
NBA. You know what I mean? It's NBA. Like, wait a minute. Hold on, man. Like, what's going on here? What y'all going? What the NBA do to y'all?
Brother polite. Brother.
I had to think about it. It's mafia, but it's just local.
You've been around brother knowledge.
You've been around
brother knowledge.
International crime bosses. Blacks. Right. Okay.
You need a face.
They don't got jumpers.
You need a face.
They don't got jumpers. None of them gave Kobe.
Look, I watch enough movies to know the last group you want to snitch on is the mafia.
Hey, yeah. Adam Silver, you wasn't gonna open those arenas up as polling stations.
Listen, I watch Dateline. They still ain't found people since 1947.
When you seen them?
I like my YouTubing career.
And we enjoy it as well, Gil. Blessed to be employed by the good folks over at Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Woo, woo.
Okay, so that was Gilbert just basically discussing his view on what's been going down, and pretty much we've agreed with Gilbert on that. You know, all these mafia families being named, why aren't individuals being named in addition to the NBA players that are involved in this? It's obvious that, you know, there is sort of, I feel, a racial connotation with this because it is the NBA and because it is high-profile black players. And I do think there was overemphasis on it because Stephen A. and Jason Williams talked about this same issue on First Take when it went down. And even Jason Williams was kind of like, this seems to be excessive for what it is.
Yeah, it's poker.
Yeah.
You acting like you acting like that. First of all, if it was any type of extortion or somebody they said violence took place. They said violence. So if some type of violence took place, we'd have heard about that. Yeah. They would have reported that. We ain't hear nothing about somebody got robbed because of none of that stuff. So the thing about it is, this is why I be trying to caution people when they use certain words and they describe black people and other folks. They be trying to make it sound like it's like, oh my gosh, it's mafia. They look at the words mafia, violence,
Italian mafia.
Exactly. But we didn't see no pictures. But it seemed like they got beef with the damn NBA for some reason. And then, like I said, this investigation took place before. Now, we do know all major league sports league have connections to the FBI, because before they draft your ass, don't matter whether it's baseball, basketball, football, hockey, they're doing an extensive research on your ass. They checking everything. They got connections to the feds. So the fact that Terry Rozier, he was under investigation by the NBA. The NBA did their own due diligence investigation. They cleared him. And then all of a sudden the feds talk about, oh, we charging him. Now, they don't have to share their information with the NBA. True indeed. But you trying to tell me the NBA don't have no connection. They're doing, before, even when they get these millions of dollars, you're getting research. So if the NBA cleared him, but the feds come in saying, oh, no, he did something. you going right behind them and say that they dropped the ball pretty much, which I don't believe that.
Yeah, I agree. But in Gilbert's case, he was making a big deal about it because, of course, about a month or two ago, Gilbert got arrested for his own issues related to gambling, and Gilbert has maintained his innocence since. He released a follow-up video basically saying he doesn't mind the trolling and all that, but if anybody is seriously implicating him in this current Operation Royal Flush, he has lawyers that will probably sue for slander.
And you take my trolling in my case against the people in my case that I don't know. I don't know how that has translated to me telling on a whole nother group of people. I don't even know how the two are even thought about connected. My case has a bunch of people that don't speak English. I don't know their names, that rented my house, and somehow, because my poker table in the house is confused with I running this. I get it. Cool. Don't know how that is connected to someone hurting their foot or hurting their foot, betting that they have a bad game in 2023. Not sure how those two connect.
Because what he's saying is his incident was separate from what's going on now, and Gilbert is basically saying all he did was rent out his mansion.
And he can say that it's separate, but people don't understand, nor do they care. It to them is all the same thing because you're basketball players.
Yeah.
So we figure you're kind of running in the same circle. Or you ran across each other.
And you black.
But also another thing he pointed out is this operation has been going on since 2019. Gil shit happened during the pandemic.
And of course, Gil also said that he was going to tell.
You see why I said like, come on, man. Like, why are y'all putting me in something like this?
Because Gil, you are the creator of the #1 sports show on YouTube.
I know, but at the end of the day, like, common sense is common sense. Obviously, like, this is a whole different breed of, like, this has its own name.
It's its own separate operation.
It has its own name.
It was not Operation No Chill. It was Operation Royal Flush.
Mine didn't have no operation name. There's no operation.
They said you were not important enough to get an operation name.
There's no operation name. I'm sorry, y'all.
So when they had the operation name meeting, which I want to talk about on those shit, Gills, we ain't. That's not even worth the name. Let's save names for all the other shit.
Yeah. So, of course, that there's going to be even more onus on, well, Gil might have had something to do with it because you kind of implemented yourself in saying these things, even if you're not involved with this.
But the Gil stressed his shit happened in Los Angeles or on the West Coast at his mansion he owned. This shit with Chauncey Billups happened in New York, 3,000 miles away, and they're unconnected.
Well, it happened in multiple states.
You are correct. That happened
in New York, Miami,
this one specifically.
Vegas.
Like I'm saying, they're just going to think it's NBA players.
You're
black, and you're playing poker.
Yeah.
It's all the same
That's
thing.
why Gilbert is saying what he's saying. He wants to let the rest of the world know my shit is different than everybody else's
and
shit.
outside of that, he also trolled and said, I'm telling.
Yeah.
That's what he did when he first came out.
He said, I'm telling.
He said, I'm telling. I ain't going. So.
Well, Gilbert said his role in his. He said all he did was rent his mansion out and supply that table that y'all saw a picture with.
He didn't play or nothing.
He claims he didn't play, nor was he involved in the hustle that was going on. All he did was just
supply the house.
Yeah, and supply the house and the goods, I guess. So Gilbert is stressing his innocence amongst all of this, and that's what he was kind of saying. Like, I don't mind people joking about this shit, but don't put my name in this shit and have me get in more trouble because, Gilbert already got a case going on. He don't want y'all throwing his name out there.
Your name's already thrown in.
But, they're talking about it, but not legally. Legally, he's not involved in any of this shit, and Gilbert can get in trouble.
Technically, he kind of, like I said, NBA.
Guilty by association.
Black. Poker.
Yeah, he's guilty by association, though.
People
and
are
you
going to
just said it. Black poker, that's it.
People are going to take the time to
people,
separate.
yeah, people. But what he's
That's
saying
why
is
he reminding
people, hey, this I ain't involved in that. Now, like us, we can do stupid shit like that and tie them to it. And nothing will happen. But we talking about Rachel Nichols and people in the media who are credible.
Outside of culture.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't keep throwing Gilbert's name in there. Now, if we just want to talk about Gilbert and just implement him in shit that he ain't involved, fine. But if Rachel Nichols or somebody doing a paper up, he coming to see you.